Hello YouTube, welcome to Sunday in the shop. Forgive me if I'm out of breath. Had a whole bunch of was still on the ground out here because it was starting to get dark and we wanted to get it unloaded. That's 4 pallets set up in a square, and that's just about 6 foot tall. So 2 small loads of wood. It's mostly maple that kind of has orange bark on it, the orange and gray, then some silver maple. So it's all dried, cured, and seasoned. Might be a few odds and ends of different kinds in there, but pretty good load to start out with. Being the end of November, we're planning to get 2 more loads at the end of December. So we'll pause here, take a couple snapshots of the pile, then we'll go inside and figure out what we're going to do today. Saturday, it is 48 degrees outside. Okay, we're back at the work table. We're going to redo this little hammer. We're supposed to have snow. Starting to rain tonight, snow through Sunday. Anywhere like 50 miles south of me could have a half a foot of snow. So down by Omaha, Nebraska could have a half a foot. Up by Sioux City, Iowa, it could be less than 3 inches, and I live about in the middle, so I hope not. I will be out looking for a tarp to put over my wood pile before it starts snowing on it. Just on the top. I never tarp the sides because the wind will blow it and dry it. But we're going to use the same basic tools. I like the Dremel, the sanding roller to get this smooth again. I don't think we're going to take it to the belt sander to get this flat. I don't feel like taking it outside because I don't like using it inside. All the dust. It's not really the sparks, but the dust. But we may paint this. Maybe some of that pretty blue in here. And I thought maybe if I did, I'd paint this part and this part down there at the bottom. We'll see. We'll see how good it looks when I'm done. So definitely going to take the emery to this, and I've done it on ball peen hammers. Go like this direction, back and forth, and kind of round and smooth it over. Of course, go this way first. Now, you got the wheel on there, go around it. Sorry I can't show a lot on the camera. It's just so hard to set up the tripod and do that. It distracts me actually when I'm working. And I know you all seen people use Dremel tools, so be more of a before and after. So not to make it a real long video. I know sometimes they're a little long on Sunday, but comes commercial free, I don't monetize them. That way I can feel I can make it as long as I want and I don't have a bunch of commercials or something in it. So stay tuned. We'll work on this thing and then come back. We might have like a few shots, you know, we'll come back and show you what the drum sanding thing looked like on here and stuff like that. So hang in there. Hopefully we get this done. It ain't too long a video. We'll find something else to do. Okay, we carefully polished that with our little rubber emery wheel and our Dremel type tool. I don't know if you can tell the difference. This side is just wire brushed. It might be hard to tell in the light. That's just with the wire brush. And I did the ends all the way around, so you might be able to tell the difference. This knurling is so wore, I've been taking the emery wheel to it. I wire brushed. Unless I soaked it, you're not going to get all the stuff way down in the grooves, but it is so worn that it really doesn't look that shiny. Still, I like the idea of me painting this part, and then in here. And if I do, I'll rough it up from sandpaper. My brush is getting down to the end, so it's not doing what it should do. This was my sanding drum. You can see where I went this direction many times. And then, of course, went around this direction, which I did here. In one spot of this, the top, I took the emery to it. Let's back away from the camera. I don't know if you can tell the difference. It takes a little bit of the wire brush waviness. You can do this. It's not going to be perfect. I'm going to end up using it again because I need it. So, all this work. I am going to spray some clear coat on here to try to keep this shiny on everything. We're going to spray it with some clear coat to do our best to keep it shiny. Because if we clean that one more time, you won't see that writing. I can't even get a picture of it. Indestro, like my wrench. Indestro Manufacturing Company, Chicago, USA. So, I swore somebody told me these came in little boys' tool kits. When you gave them their first real tools. But machinists grabbed a hold of them because they're so good at working on small stuff like your vise, like I use. I want to tap something down on the vise. It's such a handy little hammer. So it's small like a toy, but it's not a toy. It's a real thing. This is drilled and put through. If you look, see when that's kind of peened over? This has been drilled and hollowed and slid on there. Is how this went on there. This wasn't all laid like that. It was slid on there. And this was ever jammed up in there. It could even be threaded. I'm not going to mess with it. It could even been threaded for all we know. Stay tuned. We'll bring it back when it's all done and super polished, painted, and all that other good stuff. Okay, are you ready for the big reveal? This thing looks snazzy. Here we go. I had trouble with that spray paint. That's that $2 clearance stuff. It run down the can, was all over a pair of these gloves, splattered, and I getting disgusted with it. I'm gonna change in. I do save the spray tops off other cans, but very disappointed with that brand of paint. I like Rust-Oleum paint because it's so thick and so nice. When it cures, this is still sticky. It's only been drying for like 2 hours. I just took that emery wheel to this knurling beans. It's so worn out. I just wish you could see that writing. You can't get a picture of it. I just wish we could just somehow get a photo of that so you could see it. I've tried all different ways. This camera takes good close-ups. It is just so faint. Ain't that pretty? We didn't do too great on that end, but I'm thinking we're going to retire this. I think we're going to buy some little stubby hammer at Harbor Freight or something, use it to drill press. I think this is going to get retired. Mount on a piece of board and varnish or something for a wall hanger. It's just so neat and so old. That's it. We're going to show you a couple things before we get out of here today. A couple little things. We're going to do another review on my two S-wing hammers and talk about them here for a second. So hang in there. We'll be right back. Okay. While we was waiting for that paint to dry and in between doing stuff, we put some clear coat on here. It's that 2 times coverage Rust-Oleum clear gloss. I actually redid the headlight in our Cavalier with it. I never did do a video on it. There's videos out there. I did not have the proper sandpaper, so I don't want to show it. It doesn't look that great, but it's better than what it was. Spraying it over them plastic headlights. But yeah, we sprayed some clear on here. We went out and used this to put tarp over our wood pile and some 8-penny nails. And then we got done, we figured, geez, I guess I should have wiped that off better. Oh well, it'll get used. That's just from the old nails, a little bit of rust on there. I wiped it off real quick. Nope, that's got clear coat on it now, so it shouldn't really rust. Like I said, you can see all that smearing in there from the emery wheel. Okay, enough of that. Let's discuss this. We're not going to do anything with this hammer, and there's several reasons. One is, I cannot show it on film, this thing's got a twist to it. This thing was beat on so bad on this side. See that? Some defect. Beat on so bad that it actually kind of twisted and flexed the head over. And it's kind of crooked. You just can't get it on film. I mean, I can't get, see, there's no way to do it because you can't get straight down it. Trust me, it's twisted a little bit. We decided what we're going to do with this. See that crusty rust that's still on there? We decided to take maybe a little more rust off it. I think we're just going to spray some clear coat on it and keep it like this. The leather, I know people sand the leather down, re-oil it. I have put grease or oil on here. I could use like lip balm, like chapstick, and heated it up. I think I did. I heated it up with a hair dryer and slathered a bunch on here when I first got this and cleaned it. I wiped it down real quick with some mineral spirits. But I never really showed this in detail. 12 ounce. I'll snap a photo of that, the tag. This one was brazed. I took these pins off seeing brazed this. See where it's all shiny brown, even in the shadow? It coated it, the brazing flowed out, but that's nice, it won't rust. And another thing, I took that lanyard off, and I tucked this string down, and I put some super glue on it. You can see how it's white and crusty? Because I'm going to use this hammer. I decided I'm going to use this, have a plumb. Ooh, I got to run on my clear coat. See that? It's not even dry. See that there? It don't matter. I said I can peel that off and maybe respray that. I think we'll do that when it dries. We'll wait till tomorrow to let it completely cure. We'll kind of sand that a little bit and we'll shoot another coat of clear on it. So yeah, we'll take a picture of the bottom of this so you can see it. But we're not going to do anything with this. We said we made sure to take a little bit of rust off. We're just going to leave it alone and use it. We use it for hanging pictures, small nails, tacks. It's only a 12-ounce hammer. So we decided to leave this alone. It's all beat up. Somebody just abused it. Just beat the poor thing. I'm going to keep it that way. I'm not going to try to restore it. They're only dark and nasty like this once. And I'll have an old one. And I'll use it. It won't ever rust. Like I said, I'm going to clean up. I'm going to spray some clear coat over it. So, thanks for watching. We'll take a couple pictures. Like I said, you'll see a picture of the bottom of this where you can see where it says 12 ounce. And we'll take some nice photos of the pretty little ball peen here. So, thanks for watching this week. We look forward to seeing you next week.